Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bomber Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfella, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you, get 18% off. We out. All right, according to Andy Ruiz, he could be fighting Chris Arreola or Dominic Breazeale next. We know we've been waiting on his return since taking that L to AJ in December. Let's talk a little bit about heavyweight boxing. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And, I think I thought Arreola was going to retire, but I guess at this performance versus Kanauki, I think he ended up going the distance. He felt that he still had some left in the tank. That was supposed to be his, farewell tour. If he lost, he did lose, but he wanted to continue to fight on. I always said that had Ruiz beat AJ, that they was going to do an all-Mexican heavyweight clash right after it, and it turned out he lost, and they still may do it. So I'm not mad, especially during the pandemic. If they do they do Ruiz and they do Chris Arreola, I'm actually stoked. And every day you see two Mexican fighters share the ring as heavyweight. So Ruiz got fast hands. Arreola's still dangerous. Anytime you punch, one of the last things to go for some fighters is their punching power. You see Mike Tyson, 50-something years old, 53 years old, and he seemed like he's still striking with good power. Then on the other end, you got Dominic Breazeale in my Deontay Wilder voice. That's a good fight as well, too. Breazeale is kind of like the heavyweight Amir Khan, even though his chin is a lot better. No matter how many times he get knocked out, he lose, he's still willing to get in there and fight the best. So, Breazeale ain't been in the ring, I don't think, since Wilder stretched him. He tried to get, he was trying to chase Kanauki, I think it was. He tried to get Kanauki. He tried to get Arreola. I mean, not Arreola, but Andy Ruiz. So he's been looking to get back in the ring. And by the time he get in the ring, well, right now it's almost a full year. I believe he got in the ring in May with Deontay Wilder, like a week or two before AJ in the original Ruiz fight, the first one. So, if you asking my preference, I don't really have one. You got Breazeale coming off getting knocked out a year layoff. You got Arreola, who lost to Kanauki and then it don't even look that good now because old boy went in there. Was it Robert Helenius or whatever? He went in there and knocked out Kanauki. So I mean, even Helenius would have been a good fight coming back for Andy Ruiz. He just scored a big win over Kanauki, but heavyweight belts, are all tied up right now. So really looking at Tyson Fury having to beat Deontay, then Dillian White, and then AJ has to beat Puev, and then come back and beat Alexander Usyk, and then they gonna be, so that's 2 fights they both got. And then they're going to be tied up for 2 fights, because they're going to try to do a 1-1. So you looking at, all right, with the heavyweight belts, if it goes as we predict with Fury and AJ coming victorious, you looking at they fight this year, then next year they have a fight, and then at the end of next year they'll probably fight each other, and then the beginning of the following year. So you talking about they're not going to be available until 2022. Unless the sanctioning body get in the way and try to order a fight. So you may not get a title fight till 2022. So you're looking at, Kanauki going to try to bounce back. Breazeale going to try to get another title fight. I mean, Deontay, if Deontay Wilder lose, then really, what's the point? What's the point of even, fighting again? You know what I'm saying? Because 2022, you ain't going to get a shot till 2022. In 2022, you're going to be almost 40 years old. By the time 2022 comes, I know Joe Joyce and Dan Du Bois, they supposed to be getting it on pretty soon. But the whole thing about if Joe Joyce lose, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You're already 40 or 36, whatever he is. By that time, Du Bois, Rock, the big baby from Toledo, Jared, they gonna be reigning supreme over the division. So really, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, unless they do a trilogy, that should be the end of the road for them. They should be able to retire. They should be almost making $500 million apiece. Between now and what they doing until 2022. If they go a trilogy, then you're talking about 2023. but I'm pretty sure they'll strip them or release a couple of those belts. So right now, the division is in a different type of place. It's in a real different type of place. You know what I'm saying? So right now, you can't afford to take no loss. You can't. Because if you lose, now who really gonna be putting that mandatory status up? Because they about to get rid of like two, 3 mandatories. Wilder, White, Usyk, and Puev. And then they about to fight each other for 2 or 3 fights. So if anybody that lose that's pretty much on the other side of 30, you might as well retire. You know what I'm saying? Felipe Hargovich, Joseph Parker, not Felipe really, whatever his name is, but Joseph Parker, Povetkin, Dillian White, Derek Chisora, Alexander Usyk, he get a shot. You know what I'm saying? If Joe Joyce lose, all them dudes, man, it's pretty much over with. That's a lot of weight and a lot of punishment you take in sparring and fighting to be fighting for another, just fighting, voluntary for another 2 to 3 years. So right now for Andy Ruiz, it's critical. For Kanowski, it's critical to get back on your shit. For Breazeale, this is a critical moment. Deontay, this win to go into retirement. You know what I'm saying? So you're looking at a title shot in what? I say 2022 at the earliest, or 2023. A lot can happen in 2 or 3 years. We seen Helenius just knock out whatever his name, knock out Kanowski. Nobody see that coming. So this division about to be tied up for a long time. A long time. So everybody's getting a crack at their title, getting a crack at these title eliminators. You know what I'm saying? Either you're going to stay active and keep beating who you got to beat, and then by the time Fury and AJ fight and the belts dispense, you'll be in position to get a belt, or you'll be in a position to get a title versus them. But as far as, Arreola and Ruiz and who else I say, Dominic, Breazeale, if I truly had a preference, I would probably go with I'd probably go with they both lost. Just for the Mexican people, this is not every day and every generation you see. I would go with Arreola and Ruiz. I definitely would. I think it's a lot of pride there. Arreola fought a lot of heart last time. I think Ruiz got better hand speed. I think Ruiz is a better fighter than Kanowski. But the thing that'd be interesting about Dominic Breazeale got a hell of a jaw. And he a really, really durable fighter. Now, we don't know how durable that jaw is after Deontay Wilder took a nice chunk out of it with that big right hand. But he usually durable. And a lot of times he able to beat opponents that's more skillful than him off of just being more durable, being able to take a shot. He rely on his chin a lot and being in pretty good condition. So he beat Amir Mansour by just grinding. He was getting whooped by just grinding him down, breaking his jaw. He beat that other kid they used to train with, Joseph Parker coach, the little black dude with the USV, whatever. He beat him the same way. So if Andy Ruiz don't come in shape, ready to fight, Dominic Breazeale, he could find his way getting stopped. And I'm gonna just say a fitness stop. You know what I'm saying? A stamina stoppage. Breazeale keep grinding and grinding. Arreola, he kind of got that lazy Mexican syndrome that Andy Ruiz got. That they got a reputation for being lazy, not training, coming in shape. So the easier fight might be Ruiz versus Arreola, because they both have problems with being in shape and staying in condition. So if Arreola starts slowing, if Ruiz and Arreola both start slowing down, they can make an unofficial agreement to take it easy. But Dominic Breazeale, he gonna keep grinding, and that's how a lot of his fights happen. So I think the harder fight is gonna be Dominic Breazeale, just if he still got that jaw and that durability. But I think the funner fight, personally, is gonna be able to see two Mexican heavyweights share the ring. And I don't think nobody want to be on the wrong side of history. That could be like a Jeopardy boxing question. Who was the last 2 heavyweights in 20 years to grace the ring with each other? Because you don't see that every day. So, me personally, I think the harder fight would be depending on what Breazeale got left. Other than that, I think the fight I want to see is Arreola Ruiz, because that's really a blip. That's an anomaly what we're going to see going on in the sport of boxing with 2 Mexicans sharing the heavyweight ring. So, let me know what you guys think. Also, you hear not Dominic Breazeale, I just like saying that. Fury and White going back and forth. Who cares? I'm praying for Alexander Povetkin to knock out White. Other than that, I hear, I meant to say this earlier, Canelo could be taking on Derevchenko or Billy Joe Saunders. So there's a couple things that's going out there, man. Sergio Martinez coming back. Why? Must be need some money. But I appreciate everybody for checking in. Check out our heavyweight boxing playlist. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. All the links in the description. Facebook group there as well. Twitter's the fastest way. Then IG, then Facebook. Want to make a donation to the channel on this Good Friday? Hit that share button for Cash App, PayPal description. One time for the one time we gone.